Hello, thank you for choosing this video. Before you get into the video you clicked on, I wanted to give you an option to turn this into a pick a read if you so choose. To do that, simply look at the rocks here in front of you, center on whatever one it is. You might want to pause the video at this point and just take a minute to center and see what one draws your attention. Another way to use this as a pick a read is to get a six-sided dice. The way I do it is I roll it two times. The first time is it odd or even. So this time it's even. So if it's even, I do it times 2. If it's odd, I do it times 1. So it's times 2. I roll it again. I got a 5. 5 times 2 is 10. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is the one I would choose. Just that way, if you would like the option, you have an option to turn this into a pick a read. Now I'm going to go through and show you what's behind each stone in case you did use it as a pick a read. For the hematite, the rainbow hematite I should say, that's Aquarius. For the jade, it is, elusively, that's Aries. For the tourmaline, it is Capricorn, which I'll try to move that so you can see the word Capricorn. For this pale green stone, which I think is from Africa, I forget the name of it, again, I still haven't gotten it. That one is Pisces. That's cool. For the tiger's eye egg here, that one is Virgo. For the amethyst, the answer for that one is Scorpio. Let's put that down like that. Hopefully you can see that. For the hematite heart, that one is Cancer. For the rainbow titanium quartz, flip over, that one is Gemini. For the clear quartz crystal, we are doing Taurus. For the citrine, the yellow citrine there, I don't know if you can see that, there you go. We're going to do Leo. For the lapis lazuli, Libra. And for the last one, the rainbow quartz, no, rose quartz, excuse me, Sagittarius. So thank you for watching. Go ahead and go to the video you chose or continue watching this one. I'm thankful for you being here either way. Thanks again. Have a good day. Hello Sagittarius. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Already shuffled. Let's go ahead and see what we got. First half is going to be relationship. Second half is going to be single. Alright, okay, I think we're good. I'm having, like, the last 2 days I have this stutter, which I've never really stuttered before that I remember. So if I start stuttering, see, there you go. I don't know what to tell you. It's just, it's happening. I don't know why it's happening, but there you go. Did I shuffle these? I think I did. Stop. Or stop it. Okay. Alright, so the first thing I'm popping in with is like there's the problem. There does seem to be a problem. Okay. It does definitely. This is Sagittarius, or if you chose whatever. The problem I'm getting, like what's actually causing this to perpetuate and not go away, is like I don't feel like the community. It's almost like not speaking about like the elephant in the room, if you will. You know what I mean? There's something going on. It's very obvious. Nobody's bringing it up. That's what I'm getting with the Hermit. It's connecting both your cards. Your partner's trying to like ignore it. I feel like they're trying to ignore it. Almost like they think it's like an illusion where they think it'll be okay if they just ignore it ever happened. Something like that. But this is an illusion. I know it's the Eight of Cups, and the way this feels, literally like they're walking away from something good in the sense of like they need to talk about this. It may scare them to talk about it. They're thinking if I just ignore that it happened, everything will be fine, but that's an illusion. Ironically, you seem to have a similar feeling here, just kind of like it is what it is, and I'm just not going to bring it up either. I just feel like this is perpetuating a problem. This is not like when this is coming on your side, the death card in your challenge position, kind of like this could create this could create a really serious bump in the future. Like, this could be the beginning of a very big problem. It may seem minimal now, but this could be that first slip down the hill. So I feel like they're saying, like, not talking about this, extremely bad. Extremely bad. It really does, because I feel like you actually are considering, should I bring it up or should I not? You're kind of walking away because your partner seems to be clamming up. And I feel like that's the thing here. Even though whoever you are, I mean, I know this video is for Sagittarius, but whatever. You kind of have been trying to, like, trying to kind of coax it forward, but I feel like your partner is not budging. Mistake. Bad mistake. I feel like this is hard for you to bring forward. They're saying this really needs to be talked about, and if it takes a fight to bring it forward, I really feel like they're saying if you gotta argue about it, then you gotta argue about it. That's the Five of Wands. If the choice is get along and just let them ignore it and just pretend it's not happening, or force the issue and force an argument about it just to get it to be talked about, it's better to talk about it. And if it has to be an argument because they won't just open up about it, then it's going to have to be an argument. I know that might not sound like the most peaceful way to handle things, but this is a problem. This is not good. I feel like by just letting it slide under the rug or trying to let it go away or dissipate, pretending it doesn't happen, it's going to create a much larger problem later. I'm getting on their side, they're not happy, and I get that. There's just certain aspects they just really don't want to talk about. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to feel it. But this is on their side, your partner's side. The Four of Cups is kind of like, that fourth cup is still, it's going to cause problems. It's almost like, how do I make this make sense? It's almost like it's seltzer water, that fourth cup. Like, some people love it, some people hate it. Or some type, like maybe it's like grapefruit juice, tomato juice, something that you don't care for. Just, there's a liquid in there that you don't like. Let's put it that way. Maybe it's a cup of vinegar. Maybe you don't like vinegar. But it's going to sit there. And it's just going to be there. It's not going to go away. And it's always going to be a point of contention. Even if it's not brought up again, it's going to create that seed. That's going to be a problem. It's going to be an issue. Now, I do feel like you can get through to your partner. Ironically, even though they really don't want to talk about it, I'm really getting they really, really, really don't. The Six of Cups coming in with the wisdom on their side is saying you can appeal to their better nature by bringing up history. How there's like a pattern here, other connections. The Six of Cups is usually a history card. But wisdom is kind of like they can see where you might even be able to give an example about how other people have done this, where they've brushed things under the rug or not talked about things. And then maybe years later, things go, and that's that. And it's just too late. Things have gotten so bad. So much is built up off of this bad foundation, this new bad foundation. It's almost like, if you think of a house on stilts and one of those stilts has been hit pretty good, for a while the other three can take the heat. But after, it's only going to last so long until, there's going to be more give, there's going to be more problems. That original fourth pillar has to be corrected. By the time it comes to a point, let's either sink or swim, it may be too late. There may be so much damage to the other three that it doesn't matter if you've saved the one, because the other three can't hold up anymore anyway. They've taken so much extra stress, it's just too late. And I feel like you can appeal to their better nature saying, other people have done this, and just ignored it as long as they could. And when they finally realized they had to deal with it, it was too late. I feel like it's really important. Whatever the situation is, it needs to be talked about. I'm getting you have a lot of love for your partner. Like, this is like, that's like something that you can use as a vantage point. Like, the reason you're bringing this up is because you're not looking to just brush something under the rug to have problems later and years down the road going, oh, I wish I had taken care of that when I could have. Now it's too late. There's been so much repercussion, so much extra damage from not handling that when we should have, that there's just no fixing it anymore. The wheel turns in your favor by forcing this. Even if they're giving this as a positive card because of what helps. They're giving the Five of Wands as what helps. If it causes a fight to make it correct, to get it to come forward, and they're saying you're not going to like the argument. You're not going to like the argument, but you're going to like the outcome in the long run, to where the relationship is going better. Like, it's not like you're going to enjoy this argument, so I'm not giving you that. And not that you were thinking you were going to anyway, but the longevity, the long-term healing from this, because it should end up in healing, because what I'm getting is if your partner goes through this and you appeal to their better nature and you use this, I love you, I want this to work out, I don't want us to have, peas under the mattress, the princess and the pea and all that other good stuff. We need to work on this. We need to deal with this. We need to address this. We need to talk about this. What helps them is to literally work on this and to redefine boundaries. I feel like this has a lot to do with the whole problem anyway. Boundaries, what is allowed, what's not allowed, who takes care of what, who's accountable for what. I feel like that's a big piece. Who's accountable for what? They're going to have to work on this because you know what? Maybe their boundaries are either too loose or too tight. Sometimes the boundaries are too restrictive and they can strangle a situation. Sometimes they don't exist and they need to exist. That might be a thing. Maybe they're boundaries for other people. I've seen that a lot. Where it's like a couple is fine, but then other people outside of the situation, they do things or they say things or they just take it upon themselves to do what they want, and it affects the problem. It affects the couple, the main couple, and you're a part of this main couple. Maybe it's telling somebody else that they need to back off. Maybe that's the boundary that needs to be set. Because I'm feeling boundaries on your partner's side. And if this is addressed and this is taken care of, it'll keep it from becoming a big problem later that could sink the ship. I think we're good. I'm glad the stuttering went away for a minute. I stuttered in the intro too, I think. So, there you go. What do we have now for Sagittarius that are single? What do we have for single Sagittarius? Messages for single Sagittarians. What do we have for single Sagittarians? Messages for single Sagittarians. What do we have for single Sagittarians? One cut, and I think we're good. All right. Single Sagittarians. I only feel like I want one card and I want it at the end. So, okay. Single Sagittarians. Or for the people who chose single Sagittarius, however that works. You know what you want. Whoever you are, being single or whatever you're going at here, you want stability. You want somebody you can count on. You definitely have no problem doing your part. Communication, holding up your end of the bargain, not a problem. But you need somebody who can hold it together. I feel like you're kind of looking for somebody to maybe set the stage. That's kind of how it's feeling. Like, you don't want somebody to control you. I'm not saying that. But somebody who's good with structure and holds to structure to where you just got to keep up with it. You do what you need to do. Maybe you can weave in and out and move things around a little bit just as long as things get done. But for example, by Wednesday, we need to have the groceries by Wednesday. Who's going to do the bills? Maybe we switch off every other week. This week, my week, next week, your week, and they got to be done by Thursday. Like structure. I'm feeling like structure. It doesn't have to be extremely strict, but something where people like, a person where, they know what they want, they know how to do it. They got a certain regimen they keep up with. They're not overly controlling, but they have things built a certain way. I feel like that's what you're looking for. And I feel like you've had something like this in the past, for those of you this is really hitting for. And you've seen it kind of crumble over time. You've seen other people that were kind of a little bit too much. You do like some structure. You do like some structure, but you don't want it to be, you don't want somebody holding you down under lock and key, like you're allowed to go outside and breathe some fresh air from 2 o'clock to 2:15, and then you have to go back in and get locked down at your desk again. You're not looking for that. But, somebody who's like, hey, the bill for this is coming up on the 15th, and it's just the beginning of the month, but I think we need to pay that ahead of time. Has it been paid? And maybe they check on that, and you're like, yeah, right here. Cool, good. Somebody who, you need them to show up, and you're like, I need somebody to pick me up at this time, and they're like, yes, I got it on my schedule, I'll definitely do it. This fits in with my structure, I'll definitely make sure I'm there for you. You know what I mean? Things like that. Somebody who has structure and keeps things in line, keeps things in focus. That's what you're looking for. Not somebody to control you, but somebody who has, they got their life together. They got it in order. I think we're good. Let's not beat that any more to death than I already have. The thing is, you've seen people screw this up is the thing. And you're not looking for somebody to control you, and it's like, it almost feels like a double-edged sword, and I feel like that's why we're still on it. You want somebody with structure, but not somebody who's controlling. Okay. So, it seems like someone is coming towards you, and I feel like you're already disagreeing with this person. There's already there's an attraction. You like somebody. They like you. I don't feel like the physical attraction is a problem, but they're coming in. The way I'm feeling this is that they're coming in. So this is kind of strange. I feel like this is all coming in. This is not here yet. Someone's coming towards you. They seem to come out of the blue. They got the Knight of Wands, but I feel like all this happens at once. I feel like you standing your ground. I don't feel like that's hard. I feel like you can do that, but I also feel like there's conflict right off the bat with this person. They seem a little rigid to you. I don't think that's bad in this situation. I feel like each of you could learn from the other. They could be a little bit less rigid. You could be a little bit more conforming. Nah, you don't want to be controlled, don't get me wrong. But I feel like this is one of those balances where you could balance each other out. They could loosen up a bit, and you could help them with that. For those of you this is really hitting for, I really feel like you could stand a little more structure, and I feel like they can help you with that. Neither controlling the other, but just kind of working with each other's strengths, helping each other. I feel like this is somebody coming in pretty quickly, and I feel like it's all about how this confrontation, there's a disagreement. There's definitely a disagreement right here, right off the bat. Like, I feel like maybe somebody's a little bit late, or something is just not, something doesn't play out as planned. And something just doesn't go according to plan, and I'm getting there's a minute here where there's a little bit people get a little hot under the collar. But the trick is with this, how does the conversation go? If you're open and honest with the communication and it stays at a civil level, no name calling, nothing like that, I feel like this is actually a moment where you could actually build understanding with each other, and this could actually build some understanding. I actually feel like this is something, this could actually help you build structure and help you find out what it is you're really looking for. I feel like this is defining more about what you actually want and what you actually need. The Four of Wands and the Karma card is saying be careful what you're asking for, because I almost feel like the universe is showing you an example of what you're asking for. You're saying you want more structure, and I'm feeling that. And I think that's why we went over that so much. They're like, you're saying you want structure, so we're going to show you an example of that, give you let you see how that works. And they're giving the Four of Wands, here's something to help you hone in what you're really asking for. And Karma is saying you're going to get a real, honest taste of it. I actually see, you and this person, not to ruin the end of this, but for a short time, I feel like you're going to try to make it work. They're going to try to balance it out with you with the Two of Pentacles. You're going to try to work on it and see what you can do to make things a little better for yourself, Three of Pentacles. I actually feel like this, I have to say, I think this is going to at most turn into a friendship. I feel like you're both going to learn a little bit from each other. I don't feel like this lasting more than 2 months. For whoever gets this, if you chose this, the most this is going to last is 2 months. It could go into a friendship. And then I see you moving on. Seven of Swords with the release. I feel like you have to be careful with structure. You definitely want some things under control, but I feel like you can learn enough from this person about what you want and how that feels and things you can take from this situation, but I also feel you moving on from it. I just feel like it's going to be too restrictive for you. I really feel like the universe is coming forward to you saying, here, this is what you think you want. Here's how that feels. Here's what it's like to actually get along with somebody. And I actually feel like you're going to get along with this person for the most part. There's going to be controversy. There's going to be confrontation between the two of you. But I don't feel like it's vicious. It shouldn't be blood. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be your teeth are out and your nails I'm going to, how dare you. Should not be like that. But they're giving you here's a chance. Here's the best that could work out. And how does that really feel for you? Do you like this? Do you not? This is the best example. This is trying to put your best foot forward, thinking I would like more structure. Trying to get along with that, how does that feel? And I'm feeling you don't really want it. It's too much. The way this is going, you're no, I need a little bit more movement, a little more, what do I want to say? A little more room to breathe. I need to have the ability to change things up when I want to. As long as I get it done, who cares if I did it in the order this person wants? Who cares? And I feel like this person you're coming towards, they might have a certain, you do things in this order every time. And you're okay. I feel like you're giving this an honest try, but I feel like the universe is saying, be careful what you ask for. Here's an example of that. It's letting you feel what that's like. I feel like you're going to move on. The longest this is going to last is 2 months, but I feel like this is a great thing. I don't see anybody leaving with bad feelings. I just feel like both of you are kind of like the passion is there, the attraction is there, but just kind of like you can't do it. I feel like that before it gets too bad, you're both going, I can't do this. And it's giving you a taste just to help you realign and decide what you want and what might work better for you. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, please remember to either email me at jamesforastral@gmail.com for current pricing, or I'm currently on my Instagram at James13Wicca. Just go to my Instagram. I should have it posted there what my current pricings and options are if you're interested. Thank you very much again for watching.